I sucked at socializing until I realized that, well, nobody really cares about you. But you probably misunderstand that, so let me explain. About 4 to 5 years ago, I was in intermediate school or middle school, for you Americans. It was my first day there, and of course, on the first day at a new school, you do all sorts of activities and stuff. And on this day, one of the activities was that we had to get into groups, basically, within the class. And I don't remember exactly how it went, but we just had to buddy up with like a couple other people, right? So there was this thing where some of the older kids would try to get you to join their group, right? They wanted to fucking invite you to the cult, I guess. And that happened to me. So the first guy, he was trying to get me to join his group, and he was all alone, so of course it seemed kind of boring to me subconsciously. I must have not wanted to join him because I ditched him and joined another group, and from then on it was kind of shit, to say the least, at that school, because that group, they weren't very nice to me, let's just say. But even though they weren't very nice to me, funnily enough, I kept trying to gain their approval for some reason. I would do certain things. I was about to say dress a certain way, but we had a fucking uniform there, so that's not possible. But yeah, basically, I'll just try to get their approval and try to be friends with them, because I guess I didn't really have any other options. And at the time, I didn't know that that was just completely pointless. Because, one, they were bad friends. Like, nobody wants to be friends with dickheads. And two, yeah, actually, no, that was just one. Uh, I've just got a script down here. Aha. The point I was getting to is that when people do stuff like that, when people act like just mean people, when they're just mean to you, right? That's just their way of, I guess, venting their insecurities, venting stuff that they're thinking about. Because the thing is that you might think everyone's thinking about you. You might feel really self-conscious when you're out in public and feel like everyone's watching you and judging you. But that's far from the truth. Because the truth is that most people are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. They're just like you, most likely. They're thinking about what they're wearing, how they look, if they're going to make a first impression with that person that they're on their way to meet. So most people really are just thinking about themselves and their own affairs in their own lives. So there's not much reason to have that fear of judgment. Understand that it's primal. Like, we're hardwired to fear judgment from others, because back in the day we could get kicked out of the tribe and die. But it's not like that anymore. So you've got to realize that. And yeah, just realize that nobody really cares about you. They care about doing their own thing. And you can interpret that in a good way or a bad way. I hope you get what I mean. Like, I mean it in a good way, that you can do whatever the fuck you want. You see people in New York City, I mean, of course, it's an extreme example, but people there will just do, like, anything. Like, you could wear some fucking crazy costume where you've got, like, one of your ass cheeks exposed. And nobody will care. Like, yeah, they might film videos and post it on social media, but if you go down the line a couple days, a couple weeks, months, years, nobody will remember it. They might remember it, but even then, they won't really care about it because they'll have so much more important stuff in their lives. And the few people that really take that to heart, what you've done, maybe what you've said to them, or how you look, you don't want those people in your life anyway. Because they're most likely just fucking dickhead retards. Like, would you want to be friends with someone who looks at the person walking down the street and they say, man, look at that haircut sucks. And the next person they walk past, after the person's walked past, they turn to you and whisper in your ear, hey, that guy back there, did you see that guy? He looked like a dumbass, didn't he? Who the fuck would want to be friends with someone like that? So, I hope you get my point there. Nobody cares, and you can do whatever you want. So, that'll allow you to have some extra confidence. Okay, my camera just fucking died for some reason. But if you want super duper confidence, confidence that goes through the roof, really high through the roof, then you can click the link in the description and join my free community where you can talk to people who want to improve their social skills and challenge each other. So if you want that, do it. If you don't want it, don't.